Prelude by Clos Apalta. Doesn't that just sound like you want some, right? What a cool name. I like it. I like the package. I like everything they did here. Love the wine. What is this? A lot of you familiar with the Clos Apalta stuff we've sold, right? The Petit Clos, the big time Clos Apalta, 100-point wines. We've talked about some of the oldest Cabernet Sauvignon on the planet, some of the oldest Carmenère on the planet, you know, acres and acres and acres of 100-plus-year-old vines in this gorgeous treasure trove of a vineyard. But did you know that over half the vineyard was actually planted after 1997? So a good chunk of the vineyard is those century vines with a few things planted, I think, in the 30s or 40s. But more than half of the vineyard is with newer plantings from selections from the old vines that was planted in 1997, 2004, 2005, and what to do with that fruit. Now, they've done a lot of things with it. You know, they made that L'Apostol kind of Apalta red wine in the past. I'm sure they use it in some other of their projects. Once in a while, maybe the young vines are of a quality that they'll be in the Petit Clos Apalta. But I think that's a mix of the young and old vineyards. In this case, I believe this wine is all from that beautiful young vine material, which a lot of it's not so young anymore, huh? Planted in 97, 2004. We're talking about 20 to 25-year-old vines here that make up the Prelude from Apalta. So this is brand new. 22, I think, was the first vintage release of this wine. So this is the inaugural Prelude Apalta. And I think moving forward, they're probably going to make less of the L'Apostol Apalta red. Maybe cancel that altogether, because it's probably going to be kind of confusing with like 800 wines with Apalta on it. But in this case, this is a little more serious version of that Apalta red. So we're talking the same kind of grape varieties here. This is a very Apalta-like blend. I'm going to read it off because it's a bit. 53% Carmenère, 36% Cabernet Sauvignon, 7% Merlot, and 4% Petit Verdot. Okay, and the Merlot and the Petit Verdot, of course, are younger plantings, but I think the Carmenère and the Cabernet are from those younger vines as well. Now, this wine ferments all in 75 hectoliter vats prior to barrel aging in all small barrel, about a third new oak, if memory served. 17% new French oak, and then the rest is 2- and 3-year-old barrels. So there's no like old barrels in it. It's all new oak to new-ish oak getting into this wine. So basically you have just an extension of the famous, brilliant, beautiful Clos Apalta line at a much nicer price. So let's dig in. Yeah, aromatically, this one's popping a little more than the last bottle I had. You know, sometimes there's fruit days and those root days and high pressure and low pressure. You never know how wines are going to roll out. Today, this wine is rolling brighter with more energy, more vivacity, but less savory, and I'd say more fruit forward than the last bottle I had. And you don't really feel the Carmenère-y aspects of the Carmenère. You know what I'm saying? Like that green peppercorn thing does not feature as prominently in Prelude. This is about juiciness and really nice color, juiciness, roundness, ease of drinkability, complete accessibility for this wine while you're waiting for your Clos Apalta and your Petit Clos to age. You know, you can jump into this one, you know, in a couple of years. Just gorgeous, very forward today and really showing off the vineyard, surprisingly enough. Was not totally expecting that. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Dude, seriously, it must have been a root day the last day, when time we tasted this wine. The fruit's popping today. Soft tannins, easy tannins, but bright. This wine has vivacity. And the wine, you feel it. It has that wonderful energy. There's tension there, but the wine just also kind of like just coats the palate and really settles in. This is beautiful stuff. Wow. Loved it last time. Definitely more impressed with it today. This is another bottle that is really popping today. This is gorgeous. 95 points, suckling, big score, juiciness, good to go. You get to taste all the kind of like mojo of Apalta, but at a much friendlier price. This is hits the shelf under 30 bucks. So, you know, because I think Apalta is like 130 or something like that, and Petit Clos like around 50 bucks. So for under 30 bucks, you get the Apalta experience. Yes, yes, please, and thank you. Great flavors lingering here. Sorry, distracted in a delicious way. Click and buy this wine. Jump on it. Like and subscribe. Beautiful, beautiful inaugural prelude from Apalta, man. Good for them. I was like, do they really need this? And it's like, no, after tasting it, yeah, they really need this. And you do too.